Welcome to Coffee with Spirit, the podcast where we delve into the mystical world of spirit babies, mediumship, and energy healing. Join me as I share stories and lessons from the spirit realm with a bit of New York realness to enlighten and inspire you on your spiritual journey. I'm your host, Nancy Weiss, psychic medium energy healer. Grab your cup for a quick chat, and I'll see you there. I am so glad you're here today because I want to share one of the craziest, coolest spirit baby sessions I have ever experienced. This just blew my mind. It blew my client's mind, and I knew that I had to share. This. So way back in 2020, I was doing spirit baby sessions, spirit baby readings. And if you don't know, my spirit baby sessions aren't just about reading spirit babies. I'm an energy healer, Reiki master. So what I do is I go in and I read energy, but I'm also getting psychic information. I'm getting mediumship information. So there's this huge combination of all of these things coming together as I read someone's energy and am in their field. So I had this beautiful client who I had just met. I didn't really know anything about her. She was introduced by a friend. So she signed up for this session and I was really stoked to do it. And as I was in our session, I'm going through the chakras, I'm going through the energies and the heart chakra and talking about this stuff. I get the information about an older brother. And this brother is about in his 30s. He appears to be in his 30s, which is not normal for my sessions. Usually when I have spirit come in or spirit babies, they are indeed babies. They are either showing themselves as, infants or 3 years old or little dots of light. But this kind of confused me. And this also was in the beginning of my mediumship. So I wasn't like 100% sure whether this person had passed or what was going on. All I knew is that this was a brother. This was an older brother. And there was some type of soul contract. I was getting this information that this person had a soul contract that he would return to this client as her son at one point, which we can't prove, right? But this was the information coming through. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to have to go with this. So here's the embarrassing part. Is that this client is of Mexican descent, okay? And as I am getting this brother's name, I write notes as I'm doing my session. As I get the name, as I see the brother, and I'm like, okay, this is the brother. What's going on here? He tells me his name is Paco. And I am like, are you kidding me right now? Paco? Like, that's the name? That sounds like some, typical, cartoon Mexican person's name, just a stereotypical kind of thing. And I was so scared to eventually tell my client this because I was like, I'm going to embarrass the hell out of myself by saying this, by using these typical terms or, by saying this name, because I'm like, who the hell is really named Paco? It's just not common. And it just sounded fake. But at that point, I had been doing this work for so long and using my abilities for so long that I knew that whatever comes to me is generally true. Whatever comes in has its reason from spirit, whether it's, psychic or mediumship. And I was like, I just have to go with this. So I get through the entire session and it's time to reveal my notes and all my feedback from this session to my client. And I usually used to do a YouTube video of it. And so she gets back to me and is like, she's like, no, I don't have a brother. It's just, that's not who it is. I don't know who it is. And she then decides to tell her mom about it. And she says, she's just discussing the session and she says, Mom, I had this session with this girl and she tells me about a brother named Paco and, you know, was just trying to see if she had any more information or just her thoughts on it. And that's when everything kind of just changed. And her mom revealed to her that in college, when her dad was in college, he had had a fling with a young woman, fling, whatever you want to call it, and she actually got pregnant and had a baby. And this, again, this was in college. This was a very, you know, casual thing, but she did get pregnant and she did have a baby boy, and her name was Piku, Picou. And if that doesn't sound like Paco, I guess in the translation of the spirit world to the real world, like I don't know what else does. But it turned out that this gentleman is out there. I'm not 100% sure if he has passed or not, but my client then was on a path to find him. So this is her half brother that she is then now looking for, you know, and trying to search for, which she has connected with family, but there's been a lot of missing pieces. And so I'll say we, because we're best friends now, we have never found him, or we haven't found any other information about him. So we're not sure about his whereabouts or whether he is here or not, because it didn't come in clear at that time. And this is just amazing. Like, stories like this are just incredible because it shows that there is so much to the spirit world. There is so much in reading and being in people's energies and the things that are revealed during those times, during these incredible sessions. So this sibling, you know, showed up again. I feel like they were passed on, but we're not, I wasn't 100% sure. And the fact that the information about the soul contract came up and him coming back eventually into this new life as a potential son. And so, yeah, my client then confirmed it with her dad, and she got the entire story about what happened and his name. And when she came back with the name, we were just like absolutely mind blown, right? So this is just one incredible story. Like I said, it's one of my most, I think, incredible stories from this aspect of just how spirit shares information and what comes through and all of the incredible possibilities that exist in life and the spirit world. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to book your one-on-one spirit baby session, there is a link in the comments here to set yours up. I would be so honored and excited to do a session with you and see the little spirit babies that are ready to come into your world. If you liked and enjoy this, please like this video, subscribe, and comment. It helps me so much. I will see you next Tuesday. Love and light.